Hi partakers, my name is Amanda. Very happy to be here with you again on the Your Take Show. This week on the Your Take Show, we are going to be discussing different segments, starting with the food throne. So today we're going to put more light on our matooke on our food throne this week. So a few facts about matooke. Did you know that matooke has various names? Of course you know that. Down here in Uganda, the people from the central region call it amatooke, with that particular accent. If you mess it up, then you're not saying the right name of the food. Well, in the western region, still in Uganda, they'll say echtochi. In Rwanda, they'll say igitoki. So yeah, it has very many different names. Although in English, you know, they're called green bananas, they're called cooking bananas. They are also called East African highland bananas. Why? Because they hail from East Africa. That's their region of origin. But what's the best way to cook matooke? The best way to cook matooke while preserving its nutrients would still be to steam it up, so you can have all the nutrients intact there. So what are these nutrients that we're talking about? What does matooke give us? Matooke has a lot of water. I'm sure you can taste that as you eat. It's not something that has so much flavor unless you're going to steam it. So you'll be able to see that or taste that it actually has a high water content, so it will be dealing with your hydration needs. But it also has a lot of significant amount of potassium, which is very important for our metabolic processes, our muscles, our heart, you know, circulation, and just making sure that there's a balance of body chemicals that are in our body systems. It definitely also has fiber, so be sure to have matooke if you're looking for fiber. Then also a few other facts about matooke. It actually is one of the most produced or cultivated food crops in Uganda. But did you know that as much as it's cultivated so much in Uganda, Uganda is one of the smallest exporters of this matooke? So other regions are actually exporting more matooke than Uganda does, and yet Uganda is one of the top countries that actually produces matooke. So that should ring a bell for us and tell us we need to do more when it comes to food exporting, and especially for matooke. We actually can use value addition techniques to make sure that we are exporting it well. Some people have gone on to make banana chips out of this matooke. Other people have gone on to make matooke flour out of this matooke. So there's so many things. Even juice and beer can be made out of matooke. So there's so many things we can actually do to matooke to make sure that we can export it and also, you know, gain from this money market. So yes, those are a few things about matooke. Hopefully that helps you know that yes, matooke should be added into our diets. Now let's get into our discussion room, shall we? In the discussion room today, we are starting off with a question from Marvin Wamoni. He's asking, when he eats beans, his heart beats faster. What's the cause? So we discussed a lot more on our Facebook page. If you haven't joined, please get down there. It's Amanda Twebaze, Nutritionist. But a lesson that we can take away from this is even as you eat, the emotions that you have as you're eating. For example, if you're eating when you're anxious, you know, if you're eating when you're actually super stressed out, if you're eating when you're really angry, that can also affect how you digest food. It also can affect how your body reacts to food. So that's why we always advocate for us having comfortable eating spaces when we are eating. Make sure there's, you know, enough space, you know, to actually touch your food. Make sure that you are not being distracted by other things. Make sure that where you're eating is clean, is hygienic, you know, so you actually enjoy the experience and help your body, assist your body to actually digest food better. So that could be a reason, Marvin. Let's head on to question number 2, coming in from Cyrus Official. Cyrus Official is asking what to do to get rid of the belly. But it's not just Cyrus Official. This question is being asked by so many people, so I've decided to just, you know, give a response to it in one show. So Cyrus Official, Atenyi Lydia, someone called Mr. President is also asking the same question. But when it comes to the belly, we talked about the foods down on the Facebook page, but when it comes to the belly, we need to know that we need to cultivate healthy practices. And these healthy practices is what is going to help you even maintain a flat belly even when you've lost the belly fat. So it's not only about when I am trying to lose the weight. Remember that it's a long-term investment that you're doing, because it has to be a lifestyle that you cultivate right now to help you into the future to keep on with that lifelong. So we are supposed to be cultivating practices, not looking for quick fixes, not looking for what's going to work fast for me to, you know, get rid of this belly or get rid of the weight like other people have asked. We are looking for practices that we can keep on, that we can sustain even into our old age, because that's what ultimately will help us keep the belly on a low. Okay, so I hope that helps our dear people that have been asking about the belly. Let's get on to the third question coming in from Engineer Biancy Paul. Engineer Biancy Paul is asking what's the best, he's looking for a simple diet that would be balanced but without fruits. So fruits are very important. I really wonder why you want to cut out fruits. But for whatever reason it is, we need to know that if you're going to cut out a whole food group, because fruits are, you know, part of a whole food group, if you're going to be cutting out such a big category of food, then you need to know that there might be you might be dealing with deficiencies along the way, and so you have to plan your diets really, really well. Be particular about different food types so that the foods, the nutrients that you would have gotten from fruits, you are not missing out on them, because fruits give us very important nutrients. They have nutrients that cater to hidden hunger, micronutrients, for example, minerals, and vitamins. So if you're not going to be having those, you might not be able to sustain your life and, you know, be able to flourish. So the thing is, eat different fruits, but different foods, but let it be guided. I would recommend you see a nutritionist so that you are able to have a wholesome diet plan. When I say a wholesome diet plan, I mean that makes sure that you still benefit and have the vitamins and the minerals that you need even without having fruits. But if you also can, please get down to eating fruits. There's a whole variety of fruits on this earth. At least choose some that you would like to, you know, try those and see, but have some fruits if you can. Okay, so that ends our third question. Let's head on to our fourth question that's coming in from Moshal. So Moshal is saying she gave birth, but she needs help because she feels her boobs are different size. Now, when it comes to giving birth, there's a whole different realm of hormonal changes, you know, hormonal imbalances and balances. So sometimes these hormonal balances will create changes that, you know, may seem uncomfortable for us, but we need to know that they are most likely temporary. For example, having different sizes of the boobs could be because you are breastfeeding. And so if you're breastfeeding, definitely milk is filling up in one and then the baby is emptying another one. So you're not going to have them the same size. And all these are being controlled by hormones. Therefore, we shouldn't worry too much about them. For some of these changes, they're just temporary and they'll actually go on their own. But for others, for example, weight gain, we actually have to put in some effort to make sure we are losing the weight. So what we need to know is, do not worry. Some of these changes are just because of the hormones involved in the natural biological processes that we are going through. But after a while, you know, they'll be out of the way. So do not worry about that, Moshal. Okay, let's head on to our last question today, coming in from Emily Tusime. Emily Tusime is asking, is cold water good for my health? So, cold water is not necessarily bad. But you see, with every food, there is one way to eat it, but there is also a better way to eat it. Like we talked about our matooke today, we said matooke can actually be boiled, matooke can actually be roasted. But the best way to eat matooke, if you're going to benefit from its nutrients, would be to steam it or to actually eat it with its when it has been cooked with its jacket on or its peels on. So yes, you can eat it boiled, but it's better if you eat it steamed. So same thing with water. It's okay if you're going to have cold water. It won't be very detrimental to your health, but if you're having warm water, there's more benefits to you know, drinking warm water than drinking cold water. So why not go for the more beneficial or more nutritious way to have a food? So that's why I would recommend that go back to drinking warm water, go back to taking your teas and avoid having cold water, because there's more to benefit from if you're going to have warm water. All right, thank you, Emily, for that. Let's head on into our third segment of the week. The third segment of the week today is the take of the week, coming in from Mr. Lujira Kevin Teresita. It was in relation to a post that was put up on blood donation and how diet can, you know, assist with blood donation, the blood donation process. So actually it was about ulcers, where someone was talking about ulcers and how they can be, gotten rid of. So Lujira Kevin, congratulations to you. He says, ulcers is about lifestyle. One should stop starving him or herself. Even if one has inadequate money to buy a meal, at least opt for a healthy snack, which is very true. We often think that when they say eat well, it means, eat expensive foods, but that's not the case at all. If anything, what is deemed as cheap foods is actually what is very important and healthy for us. So yes, it's not about money when you're dealing with ulcers. It's actually about you making the effort to look out for foods that actually fit your budget, natural foods that is. Some of them you'd not even have to buy. You might probably have to just grow them in your backyard and have an all-year supply of fresh food. So thank you, Kevin, for that take. Let's head on into our last segment, which is the wellness quote. The wellness quote today comes in from Robert Urich. And Robert Urich says, a healthy outside starts from inside. So you want to look good on the outside, that's okay. You want to have energy on the outside, that's okay. You want to be happy on the outside. You want your emotions to be in balance. You want your mental health to be great, that's okay. But if you want that to happen, it all starts from the inside. It doesn't start from painting outside, with maybe clothes or, makeup or whatever. It actually starts with you eating what is right for you, which works on the inside. It starts with you taking in good literature, good information, positive information, quotes, and, things that are just more positive for your life, that you'll be able to glow on the outside. So if you're working on yourself, start from the inside out, not from the outside in. Never works like that. All right, so that's the end of our show, but we can still connect. We can still talk to each other. We can still keep communicating until our next show next week. So where can you find me? Where can you find my team? We are on YouTube. The YouTube channel name is Amanda Tweba the Nutritionist. On Facebook, the Facebook page name is Amanda Tweba the Nutritionist. You can also send in your inquiries, feedback on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0782 152610. 0782 152610. We are also on Blogger for those that love to read stories. The Blogger address is amandatwebaze.blogspot.com. If you're looking to do business with me, professional business, then you can head down to my email and send me an email on amanda.chichoncho@gmail.com. Also on Instagram, we are Food Witness. So that was it. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Until next week, when we continue to break the barriers on food silence, it's a lovely week for me. Bye.